Michael Nagy here with Jiggy Jag TV, and I'm here with Eddie from the metal band Leeway. How you doing today?
How about that? How you doing?
Doing good, doing good. Now, for anyone that doesn't know about you guys, you want to give us a little history about the band?
Okay, Leeway was formed in 1984, strictly based out of the New York hardcore scene. Even though we've been called a thrash metal band over the years, we are really a hardcore band. The band had 4 albums worth of success from '89 to 1996, Born to Expire, Desperate Measures, Adult Crash, and Open Mouth Kiss. In 2006, the band kind of dissolved, and over the course of time, I brought the band back by myself, and I kind of like calling it Leeway NYC right now. And we're about to drop a new single and video
Cool.
this May.
That's cool. Now, what made you want to bring the band back after all that time?
This is probably one of the only things in my life that I actually got right.
Really?
And it's still an incredible amount of fun. That is really the gist of it. You know, I'm a guy, I'm 54 now. I've gone through a long trek and journey in this life. And this gives me the opportunity to still have freedom and be Peter Pan, you know what I mean? Because I don't really have to grow up. I mean, I gotta be a man, but I still get to live this life, you know, and just run around. So.
Now, how are you able to do this all by yourself? Because you said
No, it takes a team.
Support. Right?
It takes a team. I may use a series of musicians, like, you know, in order to go out and tour and play. But I have a core unit that helped me with this single. I have a management team called G&L All Stars. It consists of Gordon Nancis, who's a great guitar player with a lot of the bands, and Laz Pena, who's the bass player for El Nino. And here at Sound Wars and at the Cyclorama that we've built here and everything, it's taken the time to really have the opportunity to drop what we're about to drop, along with touring the States and going to Europe between May and June. You know, it's kind of like back in the whole grind again these last few years, but only now are we getting the chance to release something new, which is the most important thing to me. I don't want to be one of these bands from my genre that's simply a tribute to the past. It's so important to me to prove to others that I can still write and I can still bring it like I was a kid. So, cool. You know, that's what I'm doing now. You know what I mean?
That's cool.
So, yeah.
Now, how does the new music, like, compare to the old music? Like, I know, like, over time, styles change and stuff, so...
We always push the envelope, album to album, and each album, if you know who we are, you'll hear Born to Expire, and then you'll hear a subtle change in Desperate Measures, and then another change in Adult Crash, and then this whole new level of almost 10 years together with the final release, Open Mouth Kiss in '95. Where I am now is really where all of that, you know, in one big mold of today. You know, it's hard to describe because, you know, I do have new guys writing with me, but it still has that same passion and ferocity that Leeway had. Plus, I'm so lucky to be singing better than ever, in my opinion. I'm not
singing with not too much growls or screaming.
To me, that was never challenging, to just yell or growl and just be angry. I believe you can emote something even with a limited vocal skill, and not just do that and have the challenges and excitements that go with it. You know, plus I grew up on R&B. My first album as a kid was Jackson 5 ABC, so I always had R&B in me. I wanted to sing. I didn't want to just do that. And the staccato of it makes me feel like I'm part of early rap or hip hop today. So, you know, it gives me the best of both worlds. You know, I always made a joke. If I wanted to be a rock star, I would have joined the boy band. You know what I mean? But hardcore keeps me young, keeps me fighting.
Yeah.
I'm on my 3rd set of teeth, you know, the way we all get into it, it shows with the dancing and the singing along. I can tell you how many teeth have been broken by microphones as we're all getting wild. But it doesn't get old, and it keeps me going. It really does.
Wow.
So it's a blessing. It's not just one of the only things I kind of got right in life. It's a blessing in itself.
Wow. Now, the new album, what are some of the themes and concepts you have?
Well, it's not an album. We're calling it a single just to start
Okay.
things. We're calling it Tipping Point. We're trying to bring back the old 45 is what we're doing. So we're calling it the 45 Project. And it's going to be on our label, which we call My Reality Entertainment. You'd have to ask the other guys because, again, with this team, my concerns are on certain things. I'm letting them build the whole mural, if you will, and they've done a phenomenal job. Wait till you see the video, wait till you see the graphics and everything else once the single drops. But we're contemplating right now whether we're going to go with a full length after this or maybe just simply drop singles for now. And that way, you know, people can have it and it's accessible online and downloadable, but at the same time, you can have a tangible
I know some bands
project.
have done that. They dropped a couple singles and then you build the following and they're like, we want an album. And then
Vinyl has always been big. It's never died in my genre, in hardcore, the independent punk scene. It's one of those merchandise mainstays that everybody loves to collect. And, you know, it's still strong. I never had a single with Leeway, so it's nice and I'm finally getting to do a 7-inch. Because Leeway was lucky, we were one of the bands that signed with Profile, Run DMC's label, that had a subsidiary called Rock Hotel. So, you know, Leeway signed in '87 and had an immediate budget to go out and record a full length. Most bands were lucky to scrape $3,000 together and make a 7-inch, because back then it was analog. It's not Pro Tools, it's not what it is today. You had to spend much, much more money to get your product completed and get your music done than it is today. So it is a different world. And you know, like I said, I'm just thrilled that I'm getting to do this,
Yeah.
you know, and not miss out on love of my career, if you will, you know.
Awesome. Now, if people want to look your music up online, how do they find you?
You can find me on Instagram as Eddie_Leeway, but all you have to do is look up Leeway. Google Leeway, you'll see a lot that comes up. There are other bands that tried to use the name, you know, and kind of, you know, be that, but if you've noticed over the history of the last 34 years, Leeway is Leeway, and that's my band. And the guys that I once played with, we created this, and there's over 300 videos on YouTube.
Wow.
Really, all you have to do is just Google or search for
Are
us.
you on iTunes, Spotify?
Yes, you can find us as Leeway, and the new stuff as Leeway NYC. You can find the new single Pusher on all those streaming sites now.
Cool.
You know, the B-side will be dropping in a matter of days, as well as the video, and it's all in preparation for touring next month.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's good talk with you.
Same
Look
here.
them up.
Yeah, you better look it up.